You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
TAB New Zealand has selected international betting agency Entain as its preferred partner for a long-term strategic partnering arrangement. Our Racing Minister Kieran McAnulty announced his approval of this deal last week, which has seen Entain, whose brands include Ladbrokes, take over the TAB's betting and broadcast operations for the next 25 years. The deal came into effect on Thursday. Entain Australia CEO Dean Shannon has been in New Zealand this week and joins us now. Dean, thanks for taking the time. What attracted you and Entain to the New Zealand TAB?
Well, I think the New Zealand market in general attracted me. I've been a long-term fan personally of the New Zealand market. I race horses in New Zealand, and there's a lot of similarities between what we do in Australia and what happens here in New Zealand.
So what does this partnership mean for sport and for racing here in New Zealand?
Well, initially we've guaranteed funding for the next 5 years, so it gives certainty to racing and sport. It allows us to really reset and invest in the industry. I mean, over the last sort of few years, there's been a lot of pressure on TAB New Zealand to ensure that industry, is funded as best as it can, and that means that they've really underinvested in the TAB during that process. So it gives us a great opportunity through this partnership to be able to reset and reinvest in the New Zealand market and try and grow the size of the market here.
Of course, the TAB is New Zealand's only betting agency, so the fact that they're a monopoly, how significant was that in your interest in them?
Yeah, look, it's a little bit different to what I'm used to. In Australia, it's a very competitive market. We're competing for market share. It's a different situation in New Zealand. It's a monopoly opportunity. Being the only legal operator in New Zealand, and certainly, we need to approach it differently. We need to, drive engagement. We need to increase the size of the market and make racing, in particular, more relevant again, and make it a viable form of entertainment and compete for that discretionary entertainment spend.
So in your experience, Dean, when you're trying to do that, when you're trying to create relevance and you're trying to, tap into that discretionary spending that you talked about there, what sort of things work well when you're trying to do that?
Yeah, look, there's a number of different ways to approach that, and certainly one is, having the right technology and product in front of customers. We need to engage, a wider audience in all aspects of racing. We need to present, grassroots. We need to show the market, what happens in terms of, welfare and how well horses and dogs are cared for, after racing and even during that racing process. And we need to do more interesting things. We need to bring new product to the New Zealand market. We need to improve funding in racing so we can actually put on a better racing product as well. There's a lot of things that we can do, and even from a broadcasting point of view, we intend to invest, heavily in the trackside, channels to ensure that those channels are a lot more engaging.
Does Entain have similar partnerships to this in other countries?
No, this is actually a first partnership of this kind. We are in around over, I think, 31 countries. We're only in regulated territories. This is the first deal of this type of structure where we're actually joint venturing, with the government, if you like. We do have other joint ventures. We have a joint venture with MGM Resorts in America, and we're the second or third largest, depends who you ask, betting and gambling brand in America. So we do have joint ventures, but not in a similar structure to this.
As part of the announcement of this partnership, our Racing Minister Kieran McAnulty said that our Cabinet has agreed in principle to extend the monopoly the TAB has here into the online environment, which he suggested might be achieved by geo-blocking overseas gambling websites, for example. Presumably that's something you'd be in favour of?
Yeah, look, not only am I in favour, I actually think it's necessary for the industry here. It's very important that we secure the long-term future of, the racing industry in particular, which absolutely relies on, its distributions from TAB. So I think geo-blocking right now is really important. Of course, our agreement with the TAB isn't completely reliant on that, of course, but in the event that it does come in, we'll be paying some more funds to the TAB if the legislated net is successful.
All right, so for our average listener, Dean, who might like a wee punt, wee flutter on the racing, little bet on sport here and there, what will this partnership mean for them?
Well, hopefully once we've got our technology and we've built the new apps, then it'll be a much better betting experience for them. I think we certainly can bring a lot more sort of promotional activity to them and make punting a little bit more fun. We certainly want to make sure that we're offering very competitive pricing, to the market so that punters are getting good value. We want to make sure people can have more bets and have more fun and more enjoyment. We don't want to increase our margins so that people lose their money quicker. That's for sure. We want to make sure that we can extend people's session, that they're fully engaged, and we do that with better products, probably better pricing and a very wide range of content.
I see here as well, one of the criteria the TAB used in selecting their strategic partner was someone who would uplift their harm minimisation and responsible gambling efforts. So how committed are you to that, and how do you do that?
Yeah, look, that's really important to me, Jason. When I came back to the business at the end of 2019, we developed our Punters Assist product, which is a group which is all of our punter assist tools, and we created a brand new suite of tools which we packaged up and launched in March 2020. And in the Australian market, we lead the market in terms of the number of tools available to our customers. And to give that a bit of context, we last year we had 385,000 uses of our tools on a database of about 700,000. And so not only do we have the tools, we surface them really well to our customers. And we actually launched our Punters Assist product with Mark Wahlberg back in 2020. It's been really engaging with our customers. We're very proud of how well we've engaged with our customers, and supporting that, we also have our AI and automation that runs through our database in real time, which looks for a lot of markers of harm, and it spits out reports to our safer gambling agents with courses of action that they need to take. So, I'm a CEO that can actually stand up out front and say that we actually do take gambling, safer gambling very seriously, and we back it up with what we do in the back end. And myself and our entire team is very proud of that.
And despite all of that, though, Dean, New Zealand's Problem Gambling Foundation has pinpointed some recent regulatory failures by Entain and expressed concern that they might be repeated. Obviously, you've talked about some of the stuff that you've done around harm minimisation, but how do you respond to those comments from the Problem Gambling Foundation?
Yeah, look, I think it's always challenging, in a highly regulated environment. We're a business that keeps moving forward. I've met with the Problem Gambling Foundation on Monday. I think it's very important to engage these organisations in New Zealand as we have done in Australia, and really get them to understand what we do for our customers, rather than people have a perception of what we don't do. And look, looking forward to working with PGF and like-minded organisations to really sort of understand, some case studies in New Zealand and how we can actually prevent harm in New Zealand. We're very focused on that and working with the industry here.
Good to hear. Dean, thanks for taking the time for a chat to outline what this new partnership means for yourselves, for the TAB, and for those who enjoy a wee bet on this side of the Tasman. Hope it goes well in the months and years ahead for you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Jason. Appreciate you having us on, and we've got the keys on Thursday, and we're looking forward to putting some petrol in the tank rather than pouring petrol on it. So, onwards and upwards.
Good stuff. Thanks, Dean. Dean Shannon there, the Australian CEO of Entain, who now run the broadcast and other operations of our TAB, the betting and broadcast operations, as from Thursday, June the 1st.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.
Join us at Mervis Diamond this weekend for our very special Viraggio engagement and wedding ring show, combined with our famous Mermaid lab-grown diamond show. Our full Viraggio bridal collection will be on view. It's your chance to customize your ring your way. Mermaid lab-grown diamonds are the finest you can get. The quality is amazing, and the value will blow you away. Now you can flash a huge rock, twice the size of what you would have expected, in a gorgeous Viraggio ring at a very affordable price. Love can strike at any time. Celebrate with a Mermaid diamond in a Viraggio ring. What's more, with Mervis financing, you can get all of this for less than $200 a month with zero interest for up to 5 years. Select your ideal Viraggio ring and Mermaid lab-grown diamonds from the largest selection anywhere in the entire metro area. Only this weekend and only at Mervis. Don't miss this special savings offer. Mervis Diamond Importers. Register at mervisdiamond.com or call 1-800-HER-LOVE.